A lot of people think about Jalen, the basketball player. He's a hard worker. He's strategic. He shows up for his teammates. But the thing is, he shows up in that same way for everyone in his life.
Jalen is a tremendous human being, 10 times the person that he is the player. And we all know what kind of player he is.
How good is Jalen Brunson? You might be surprised to learn he's even better than you think. Jalen isn't just thriving under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden. Back in high school, he was also a top chess player, using the same strategic thinking that defines his basketball career today. After hours of analyzing his game and crunching the stats, I'm here to answer the big question. How good is Jalen Brunson actually? Brunson first turned heads while playing for Stevenson High School in Lincolnshire, Illinois. He wasn't the flashiest player on the court, but his IQ and feel for the game made him a standout player. His senior year was exceptional. He averaged over 23 points per game and led Stevenson to a state championship in 2015. He also earned Illinois Mr. Basketball honors, a title given to the top high school player in the state, and became a McDonald's All-American, placing him among the elite young talents. Despite standing only 6'1", Brunson's maturity and leadership on the court were impossible to ignore. It wasn't just about how many points he scored, but when and how he scored. He had that clutch gene from the start, which would later be an asset when he moved to Villanova. Brunson took his talents to Villanova University, a school known for producing NBA-ready players. In his freshman season, he immediately made an impact, helping Villanova win the NCAA championship in 2016. By his junior year, Brunson blossomed into the team's leader, averaging 18.9 points, 4.6 assists, and shooting over 52% from the field. He led the Wildcats to another national title in 2018. What made Brunson special in college wasn't just his stats, but his poise. Even when the stakes were high, he never rushed his decisions. His mastery of footwork allowed him to score over taller defenders.
Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson from downtown.
And his ability to control the tempo of games showed maturity beyond his years. In 2018, Brunson was named the Naismith College Player of the Year, a prestigious award given to the best player in the country. Despite his accolades, some scouts doubted whether his game would translate to the NBA. They labeled him as too slow and not athletic enough. But if there's one thing we've learned about Jalen Brunson, it's that you underestimate him at your own risk. All Brunson needed was a chance to prove himself on the big stage, and that chance would come when he got drafted by the Mavericks.
2018 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Jalen Brunson from Villanova University.
In the 2018 NBA Draft, Brunson fell to the second round, picked 33rd overall by the Dallas Mavericks. Teams passed on him because of concerns about his athleticism and size. But Dallas saw something others didn't, an elite competitor who plays with heart and intelligence. Brunson wasted no time proving the doubters wrong. During his rookie season, he averaged 9.3 points and 3.2 assists, earning a spot on the NBA All-Rookie second team. Even though Luka Doncic was the team's main attraction, Brunson quietly became a key piece of the Mavericks' rotation. Over the next few seasons, Brunson's role expanded. By the 2021-22 season, he was putting up career numbers, 16.3 points and 4.8 assists per game. However, it was in the 2022 playoffs where he truly arrived. With Doncic injured, Brunson stepped up and delivered back-to-back 40-point performances against the Utah Jazz, leading the Mavericks to a first-round upset. This series was Brunson's statement to the league. He wasn't just a backup, he was a star. He showed that he could lead a team when needed, and his ability to score inside against bigger defenders left analysts scratching their heads.
Since the first quarter.
But still, Brunson needed to step away from Doncic's shadow, and a move to New York seemed like the best way to do it. In 2022, the New York Knicks signed Brunson to a 4-year, $104 million contract, betting that he could be their franchise point guard. It was a gamble. Many questioned if he was worth that kind of money. But Brunson quickly erased all doubts. In his first season with the Knicks, he averaged 24 points, 6.2 assists, and 3.5 rebounds per game. Brunson's impact on the Knicks was immediate. He provided stability to a team that had struggled to find a reliable floor general. The Knicks made the playoffs for the first time in years, and Brunson was the driving force behind their success. In the first round against the Cleveland Cavaliers, he dropped 48 points in a game, proving that he's built for big moments. But before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more baller perspectives. Now, let's jump back into what really makes Brunson the exceptional player that he is. Jalen Brunson's game is built on skill, intelligence, and efficiency. One of his standout strengths is his scoring ability. In the 2022-23 NBA season, Brunson averaged 24 points per game, showcasing his ability to carry the offensive load for the New York Knicks. His efficiency as a scorer is remarkable. He shot 49.1% from the field, an impressive figure for a guard, especially one who relies on creating his own shots. He also averaged 41.6% from three-point range during the 2023 playoffs, proving that he can be lethal from deep when it matters most. Brunson is a master in the mid-range, where his smooth footwork and quick release allow him to create separation from defenders. His pull-up jumper is a reliable weapon, and his ability to drive into the paint and finish among bigger defenders sets him apart. He finished the 2022-23 season with a 57.4% shooting percentage at the rim, an elite mark for a guard who stands just 6'1". His crafty moves, like pump fakes and floaters, make him tough to defend, even against taller players. Another strength is Brunson's ability to control the tempo of games. His assist-to-turnover ratio of 2.6 indicates that he makes smart decisions with the ball, minimizing costly mistakes. He averaged 6.2 assists per game in 2022-23, proving that while he's a scorer at heart, he can also create opportunities for teammates. Brunson's clutch performance is also worth noting. He ranked among the league's leaders in fourth-quarter scoring, with 5.9 points per fourth quarter on average. His composure under pressure and ability to deliver in critical moments have earned him a reputation as one of the most reliable closers in the NBA. What makes Brunson even more impressive is his leadership. He plays with poise, rarely forcing bad shots, and maintains a high basketball IQ. This combination of efficient scoring, playmaking, and leadership makes Brunson one of the most complete point guards in the league today. But there's no such thing as a perfect player. Every player has something to work on. While Jalen Brunson is an elite talent, he's not without his flaws. One of his most noticeable weaknesses is on the defensive end. Standing at 6'1" with a wingspan that doesn't offer much extra reach, Brunson struggles when matched against taller or more athletic guards. Opposing teams often target him in switches, forcing him to defend bigger players in the post or faster guards on the perimeter. His defensive rating in the 2022-23 season was 115.7, showing that he can sometimes be a liability on that side of the ball. Another limitation is playmaking under pressure. While Brunson is a capable passer, he's not yet on the same level as top-tier facilitators like Chris Paul or Luka Doncic. He averaged 6.2 assists per game in the 2022-23 season, but didn't always create easy shots for teammates in fast-paced situations. There are moments where Brunson can get too locked in as a scorer, sometimes missing open teammates, which limits the fluidity of the Knicks' offense. His turnover rate, 10.8%, is respectable, but suggests that there's still room for improvement in decision-making when facing double teams or complex defensive schemes. Brunson's athleticism is another area where he's limited. He's not the fastest guard on the floor, nor is he particularly explosive when driving to the rim. This lack of burst can occasionally make it difficult for him to beat elite defenders off the dribble. His game relies heavily on craft and footwork, but against teams with strong interior defense, he can struggle to convert tough layups. Lastly, rebounding isn't a significant part of his game, which limits his ability to help his team in that area. He averaged just 3.5 rebounds per game in 2022-23, which is below average even for a point guard. Improving his rebounding efforts could add an extra dimension to his play. But despite these weaknesses, Brunson's strengths often compensate. But if he can shore up his defense and enhance his playmaking, he could elevate his game to another level. But will he ever get to the level of other great guards in NBA history? Brunson's style of play has drawn comparisons to NBA legends like Tony Parker and Chauncey Billups. Like Parker, Brunson uses his footwork and quick floaters to score over taller defenders, and like Billups, he thrives in clutch moments. Another modern comparison is Fred VanVleet, another undersized guard who made a name for himself through grit and intelligence. Both Brunson and VanVleet excel at outsmarting opponents and have proven that height isn't everything in the NBA. Time will tell if Brunson becomes one of the greatest guards in NBA history, but the future certainly looks bright. Brunson is just entering his prime, and the best may still be yet to come. If he continues to improve his defense and playmaking, there's no reason he can't become a multiple-time All-Star. The Knicks are building around him, and if they can add the right pieces, Brunson could lead them on a deep playoff run, maybe even to the finals. Brunson's leadership and work ethic suggest that he'll continue to get better. He's already proven that he belongs in the conversation with the best guards in the league. And with a few more standout seasons, he could cement his legacy as one of the top point guards of his generation. So, how good is Jalen Brunson? In short, he's a rising star who has proven that hard work and intelligence can overcome any physical limitations. He's not the most athletic guard, but his ability to score, lead, and perform under pressure makes him one of the most valuable players in the NBA today. While he still has room to grow, especially on defense, there's no doubt that Brunson is a player you want on your team when the game is on the line. Whether or not he can lead the Knicks to a championship remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, Jalen Brunson is only getting started. So guys, what do you think of Jalen Brunson? Hit the comments and tell us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome NBA content, and we'll see you in the next one.